from Schmitty's Adventure. Welcome to my house. Today we're going to do a recipe for you that has been in my family for a long time. I remember growing up as a kid, my mom would always make this for any kind of like barbecue or anything. It is hot German potato salad. It is so yummy, especially on these cold days. It'll be so good to go with your dinner. So why don't you join me? Come on over and let's cook some German potato salad. Alrighty guys, let's get started. So I'm going to put the recipe in the description below, but I'm just going to read it off to you guys right now, and this way you have a basic idea. It's a really simple recipe. We're going to use 2 pounds of red potatoes, a pound of bacon. We're going to chop that up. We're going to have an onion, and it depends on the size that you like. If you like a lot of onions, use a bigger onion. If you don't like so many onions, you can use less. So you're going to chop that onion up. We're going to have a 1/3 cup of sugar, a 1/3 cup of vinegar, and a 1/3 cup of water, a teaspoon of salt, and then at the very end, we are going to just add salt and pepper to taste. So I'm going to take this onion. Now my family does like a lot of onions, so this is why I have this nice big onion. I like to use Vidalia onions. You can use whatever onion that you like to do, that you like cooking with. I don't believe it's going to make a difference because I'm pretty sure growing up I did not have Vidalia onions. My mom probably just used a regular onion, and because trust me, we didn't have time for all that fancy stuff. Mom and Dad just cooked with what they had. So like I said, my mom used to make this recipe all the time, and it was a treat for us. There's three kids in the family. Oh my God, we just love this stuff. It is warm, it is gooey, it is delicious, and we still cook it for all barbecues now, and everybody that tries it likes it. I'm just not making too much of a fuss over how the onions are chopped, because we're going to fry them up, and then we're going to also fry up the bacon. Now, my sister and I do this recipe a little bit different. I like to fry my onions and bacon together, and she likes to fry them separately. So it all depends. If you like to do it, either way works. She likes to fry her bacon well done. Oops, the dog will get that onion that just fell on the floor. I don't like to fry my onions well done, or my bacon. I'm just going to grab out a plate just to put these onions on here. So either way is fine. And now it does take 1/3 cup of vinegar. So what I would say, if I use the regular plain white vinegar. Now I've known people that have tried it with red wine vinegar. And that's okay too. That tastes fine. It's not much of a difference. Now I have also done it, and of course I do stuff and I don't tell my family. I'm in love with this balsamic and pear vinegar. So I have used mixed regular white vinegar and some of that balsamic pear vinegar. And I don't do too much of it because it is a sweeter vinegar, and you already have a 1/3 cup of sugar in it, and you don't want this too sweet. But that little bit of sweetness gets rid of the acid. Yeah, sorry about that. I am definitely making a mess here. So I got this onion chopped up. Next, we're going to cut up the bacon. Okay. Oh, onion's making me cry. So yeah, I mean, I know everybody has a lot of recipes that they know from their family. Growing up with your family, you have a whole bunch of recipes. And I was extremely fortunate growing up that both my mom and dad were excellent cooks. So we were very, very lucky. My poor in-laws, my poor husband's family. I love that woman to death, their mom, but she could not cook. That poor woman. But you know what? They all survived, and they were all good. They were all healthy growing up and everything, so I'm just throwing everything right in my sink. I'll get to that later. I'm just going to cut this in half. And you know what? I'm going to switch knives. I don't really like that knife. Thank God they're right here. And I'm just roughly chopping. I know you food critics out there will probably be cringing say, oh my God, your cuts aren't even. You know what? It's okay. I don't care. It's all good like that. So if anybody has a favorite recipe and they want to share it, put it down in the script. Put it down in your comments. I'd love to hear what your family favorite recipes are growing up. All right. This is not working so well. So before I started the video, and because it takes such a long time to do, I did boil off our potatoes, and they're in here. So basically I just peeled them and boiled them. I like them a little softer, not mashed potato consistency, but just a little bit softer than, you know, like some people like their potato salad to have their potatoes a little bit firmer. We just kind of like it a little more on the mushier side. And you can cook your potatoes however the way you like to cook them. So I'm just going to finish cutting this up, and then we're going to bring it over into the frying pan, and we're going to start cooking that. Let me cut this real quick. So this is my first video cooking at home. I hope you guys all like it. We're going to get back out on the road again soon and get some videoing outside. But oh my goodness, it's so cold here in New Jersey. Right now it was 12 degrees this morning. So sorry, I'm not made for this weather. I'm not going out there. But so that's why we figured we haven't put a video up yet for the new year, and happy new year to everyone. I hope everyone has a healthy and happy new year, and you all have a great one, and we all get back out there in the world and start enjoying ourselves. I know we plan on doing it. Our move to Florida has been temporarily put on hold. If you've been following us from the beginning, we planned on moving to Florida last year, but unfortunately, some personal things happened. Alrighty, thanks to my dog. So we're getting back. Like I said, we were supposed to move to Florida last year, but we had some personal things that happened in our family, so it's been temporarily postponed. So in the meantime, I came over to my frying pan. I have put the bacon in here. We are going to cook this bacon up a little bit here. And then we're going to throw the onions in with that. So this is going to take a little bit of time to cook here. And you can break it all apart as you're cooking. And don't worry about it if some pieces are bigger than others. We all know how bacon shrinks while we cook it. Alrighty guys, so we've got these bacon cooking here for a few minutes. And it's just starting to get brown. I'm going to add my onions in at this point and let both of them cook together. All right, so we're going to stir all this up. And what we want is this all to cook and get the flavorings all together here. So we want it like the bacon to be like golden brown. So this is going to take us a few minutes to get this going. But you can see we're just going to let this sit, stir it all together. We break that bacon all apart there. And as it cooks, it all falls apart. And like I said, if you guys don't like a lot of onions, it's okay. You can use a smaller onion. Our family happens to like onions. And always, you know, the onions and bacon always just cook down so much. As they cook, they shrink so much. So we're going to let this cook, and I'll be back when this is done. Alrighty, guys. Okay, guys, so this is just about done. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit lower. And in the meantime, while we're just waiting for that to finish up, we're going to slice up the potatoes. So like I said earlier, we already boiled the potatoes, so I kind of just leave them chunky. I slice the potato down the middle, kind of in half like that. If you think it's too big, do it in quarters. And then you can just take each quarter and you can just slice it in chunks. Unfortunately, because we do like it a little bit softer, they do crumble apart, but that's okay. That's all part of it. It's delicious still. So we're just going to sit here and finish up this really quick. This part goes quick. Don't want your chunks too big, so just keep in mind of that. Now, I guess if you don't like bacon, that kind of makes the dish, but I would think if you wanted to, maybe if you substitute it for ham, I don't know how that would taste. I've never tried that, but that could be something we could try one day and see how that goes. But bacon is the basis behind this, and I know there's very few people out there that don't like bacon, but that's okay. So we're just going to do this quickly. Some of them are just falling apart already. So like I said, I cooked these earlier, so they're not really that hot right now, so which is good. I could handle them. Sometimes when we're in a rush to do it, man, you burn your fingers really bad. But here we go. Get that out. Okay. So it says to use red potatoes. Basically, you probably can use any potato as long as it's not a really waxy potato. So you just don't want a real waxy potato. So there's those white potatoes you can use. I would say just not a baked potato, I don't think. I'm not sure how they are. I've always used red potatoes. Okay, so we got that all done here. So let's go back over by the bacon. Okay, all right, so we're back here by the bacon. And this is just about finished. I'm gonna give this a stir. And you see how it's just brown and stuff? If you want it darker, cook it a little bit more. So we're not gonna take out any of the bacon grease. We're gonna leave that in there because we need the moisture for those potatoes. So we're gonna put in the 1/3 cup of sugar, a 1/3 cup of vinegar. Now watch your nose when you hit this, because you know that's gonna go right up your nose. And we have a 1/3 cup of water. So we're gonna put all this together, mix it all up, and we're gonna get that sugar melted in there. And we need to add a teaspoon of salt. So I'm gonna get that right now in there too. Ooh, that vinegar is strong. So we have a teaspoon of salt. All right, so let's let this cook. I'm going to turn the flame up a little bit higher, so it just heatens all the way through, and we got to get that sugar melted. Now, I've seen some recipes for German potato salad also that have garlic in there. I don't know if I like that or not. I like garlic, but I guess it's just what you grew up with, you know, like I've grown up with it this way. Like the only deviation I ever made from my mom's recipe was the little bit of the pear balsamic vinegar. And so we have this here. And it looks like a lot of liquid, but you know, once it gets into those potatoes and those potatoes start absorbing it, it's not going to be a lot of liquid. Okay, so this is nice and bubbly and hot. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to just take this and pour it into the pot that we had all the potatoes in. We're just going to put that aside. Can you see? Move you a little closer. And then we're going to put this in here. And then this gets heated up all the way through, and give it a chance for those potatoes to absorb all that liquid. Look at that. See? See, all that liquid's almost gone already. Just keep. Don't mind my dog in the background. She is playing with her toy and she decides she's going to be growling at it. It's whenever any one of us are in the kitchen cooking or doing anything out here in the kitchen, the dog feels she needs to come out here and hang out with us. It's okay. She can hang out with us anytime. She also feels she can eat whatever she likes out here with us too. So, all right. So at this point, you should give it a little bit of a taste. We did not put any pepper in here yet, so I'm going to put some pepper in here now. We're going to stir that up, and I'm going to taste the potato here, just to see. If we need any more salt or not. So let me just grab a small little potato. Oh God, that's so good. I like a lot of salt, so I'm gonna not add any more salt. I'm gonna let whoever is gonna eat it make their own judgment if they want to eat it, you know, add more salt or not. Other than that, you know, this is one of those meals. It's delicious even when it's first done, but it's better the next day when all those flavorings get inside one another and they can all sit there and meld together. It is so good. So we're just gonna let this heaten through, get those potatoes hot all the way through again. But you can see how all that liquid, let's see, all the liquid is gone in there already. So just keep stirring it because you don't want it to burn. God, it looks so good. All right, and we're going to put it in a bowl and we're going to taste test it. Be right back. Alrighty guys, and here it is. Old-fashioned hot German potato salad. And this is one of those potato salads that do not have any mayonnaise in it. I'm not sure how that would be hot. I'm going to scoop out a little bit for my husband. He's actually sitting in the background over here. So we're going to give him to taste test it. Here, babe. You taste test it. I am also going to give it a taste test here. I guess the vinegar went up his nose. Yeah. And he's giving us the A-OK on this. So let's see. Get you up here. All right. It's probably too hot. Oh my God, that is so good. It tastes like my childhood. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it for you. I had a lot of fun, a lot of childhood memories. And I'm sorry the vinegar just got to me. So stay tuned. We'll have a new video out soon. We're going to try to do at least 2 videos every month. If I could do more, absolutely will. This is my old-fashioned family German potato salad. Have a great day. Love you guys. Thank you so much for coming. And don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you'll get notified every time I do make a new video. This is Lynn from Schmitty's Adventure. Have a great day, everyone.